Used to watch me like the sunrise, like I was all you'd ever need. Your eyes would find me in a crowded room before I even tried to speak. But somewhere in the quiet changes, a distance started growing slow. You stood beside me every evening, yet felt farther than I've ever known. I kept telling myself it was only a phase, but love doesn't disappear without leaving a trace. You started loving me less, one heartbeat at a time. While I was writing forever, you were crossing out the lines. I kept holding your hand as you slipped away from mine. You started loving me less, and I lost myself trying to change your mind. Why couldn't I be enough? Why couldn't you stay? How your laughter faded whenever I walked in the room. The warmth inside your voice grew colder, like winter arriving too soon. I searched for answers in the mirror, picking apart every flaw, wondering if I had become someone impossible to love. And every night I prayed for the old you to return, but some fires go out quietly after they've stopped burning. You started loving me less, one heartbeat at a time. While I was writing forever, you were crossing out the lines. I kept holding your hand as you slipped away from mine. You started loving me less, and I lost myself trying to change your mind. If I had known that was all last summer, I would have memorized your face, held every second a little longer before love drifted away. Now your memories sit beside me like shadows in the dark, and every piece of who I was still carries your mark. You started loving me less before you said goodbye. I felt the ending in your silence long before the night. I gave you all I had, every dream, every part. You started loving me less, and that's the day you broke my heart. You never said when it happened, but I felt it little by little. Your love disappeared, and I stayed crying for the version of you that was already gone. You wrapped your arms around my shoulders like you had done 1,000 times. But Something felt so unfamiliar, like your heart had left mine behind. The room was quiet, almost peaceful, yet I could feel the growing space. You held me close enough to touch me, but far enough to leave no trace. I kept pretending not to notice the way your love had changed, because admitting it was ending felt too painful to explain. I'm a stranger in your arms tonight, holding someone I used to know. Your touch still finds my skin somehow, but your heart already let me go. I'm a stranger in your arms tonight, a ghost inside our memory. You're standing right beside me now, but you're no longer here with me. How can someone stay and leave at the same time? You stopped telling me your secrets, stopped sharing pieces of your day, and every smile became shorter until it slowly slipped away. I missed the way you looked at me, like I was all you could see. Now your eyes pass right through mine, like I'm someone you used to meet. I try to pull you closer, but distance filled the room. Sometimes love dies silently, long before the truth. I'm a stranger in your arms tonight, holding someone I used to know. Your touch still finds my skin somehow, but your heart already let me go. I'm a stranger in your arms tonight, a ghost inside our memory. You're standing right beside me now, but you're no longer here with me. I remember when your heartbeat used to calm my restless mind. Now it feels like listening to someone else's life. I never thought I'd lose you while you were still around, but that's exactly how it happened. Love disappeared without a sound. I'm a stranger in your arms tonight, the girl you no longer choose, still reaching for the warmth we had while watching us slowly lose. I'm a stranger in your arms tonight, and that truth tears me apart, because the cruelest kind of goodbye starts before you even depart. You held me, but you weren't holding me anymore. I felt your arms around me, and your absence inside them. Goodbye, my love. I used to think love meant forever, a promise safe inside your hands. I built my future from your whispers and every dream we used to plan. But lately every conversation felt like walking on broken glass. I kept trying to save the pieces, while you were letting go of us. You never said the words directly, but I could feel them in your eyes. The way you stopped believing in the love we held so tight. I wasn't enough for forever, at least that's how you made me feel. You walked away from everything as if our love was never real. I gave you every part of me, the best I had to give, but somehow I wasn't enough for the life we were supposed to live. Was I too quiet? Too broken? Too ordinary for your heart? I searched for reasons in the darkness, counted every flaw I knew. Maybe someone else was brighter, maybe she was better for you. I blame myself for all the distance, for every silence in the room, never realizing your decision had already sealed our doom. I carried all the guilt alone, like it belonged to me, while you were already dreaming of who you'd rather see. I wasn't enough for forever, at least that's how you made me feel. You walked away from everything as if our love was never real. I gave you every part of me, the best I had to give, but somehow I wasn't enough for the life we were supposed to live. Maybe love isn't about perfection, maybe hearts just lose their way, but that doesn't stop the hurting when the person you love won't stay. And even now I still remember the girl I used to be, before your disappointment became a part of me. I wasn't enough for forever, but I was enough to love you true, enough to stay through every storm, enough to choose only you. If I wasn't enough for forever, then forever was never yours to give, because real love doesn't leave someone questioning their reason to live. Maybe I wasn't what you wanted, maybe I wasn't who you needed, but I loved you completely, and that should have been enough. 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 We used to fill the room with laughter, talking until the morning light. Now every word feels like a stranger, lost somewhere in the night. You sit across the table from me, your eyes fixed somewhere else, and every second of your silence feels like a wound I cannot help. No angry words, no slammed doors, just a distance growing across our floors. The silence you chose was louder than goodbye. It echoed through my fragile heart and left me wondering why. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped saying my name with love. The silence you chose told me I was no longer enough. Say something, anything, even if it hurts. I memorized the sound of nothing, the empty space between our breaths, watching conversations fade away like flowers meeting death. I kept asking if you were okay. You always said you were fine, but every quiet moment told me you were already leaving mine. I begged the darkness for an answer while you looked the other way. Sometimes silence becomes a language when love has nothing left to say. The silence you chose was louder than goodbye. It echoed through my fragile heart and left me wondering why. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped saying my name with love. The silence you chose told me I was no longer enough. I would've listened to the truth, no matter how much it hurt, but you left me reading emptiness and drowning in uncertainty. The saddest thing about losing you wasn't the day you left me behind. It was all those lonely nights when you left me inside your mind. The silence you chose still follows me around, a haunting ghost of everything that never made a sound. You could have broken me with words, instead you broke me with their absence. The silence you chose became the end of our existence. I waited for your voice, for one honest sentence, but all you gave me was silence. And somehow that hurt the most. I saw your smile in a photograph, the one you used to save for me. The way your eyes lit up around her told me everything I didn't want to see. You looked alive in ways I missed, like someone had brought you back to life. While I was still holding our memories, you were already saying goodbye. I tried to tell myself I was mistaken, that my fears were only fears, but the truth is standing right before me, hidden inside your disappearing years. There's another girl in my place now, living in the dreams we used to share. She's hearing all the promises you no longer leave for me to hear. There's another girl in my place now, holding the future before you stopped loving me. I remember how you slowly changed, how every touch became a chore. Now I finally understand it. Your heart wasn't mine anymore. Maybe she laughs a little brighter, maybe she gives you something new. But it hurts to know the things you wanted were things I can never be for you. You never told me when it started, you never gave me a chance to know. I was fighting for a relationship you had already let go. There's another girl in my place now, living in the dreams we used to share. She's hearing all the promises you no longer leave for me to hear. There's another girl in my place now, holding the future I thought was mine. And I'm left collecting broken pieces of a love that couldn't survive. I hope she never feels this heartbreak, never questions her own worth, never lies awake at midnight, wonder why she wasn't enough first. Because nobody deserves this feeling, watching love walk out the door and realizing the person they trusted was already choosing someone more. There's another girl in my place now, sleeping where I used to belong, while I replay every memory, trying to understand what went wrong. There's another girl in my place now, but she can have the role you gave. Because love that leaves for someone else was never love, I should have begged to say. I hope she never learns how easy it was for you to leave. I hope she never finds herself standing where I am tonight, watching someone else live the life that was supposed to be hers. The little cafe on the corner still keeps our favorite seat. I pass it almost every evening and feel my broken heart beat. The park where we watch sunsets hasn't changed at all. The sky still paints the same colors, but now they don't feel beautiful. Every street remembers us, even when I try to forget. The world keeps moving forward, but my heart hasn't left yet. I'm crying where you left me, in the shadow of our past, holding on to memories that weren't built to last. I'm crying where you left me, while the seasons come and go. You're already someone else's future, and I'm still letting go. Why does every place still belong to you? I walk through all our old beginnings, searching for pieces of myself, but every corner holds your ghost, like my heart is trapped on a shelf. The laughter that once lived here now echoes through the air, a reminder that love existed even if it isn't there. I thought time would make it easier, I thought healing would arrive, but some wounds keep reopening every time I revisit our lives. I'm crying where you left me, in the shadow of our past, holding on to memories that weren't built to last. I'm crying where you left me, while the seasons come and go. You're already someone else's future, and I'm still letting go. Maybe one day I'll walk these streets without hearing your name inside my head. Maybe one day these familiar places will stop reminding me of what is dead. But tonight the memories are heavy, and my tears won't let me hide from all the pieces of my heart that never got to say goodbye. I'm crying where you left me, at the end of what we were, trying to find the strength to leave the places that still hurt. I'm crying where you left me, but I know I can't stay here forever, because no matter how much I miss you, you aren't coming back together. The cafe still remembers, the park still remembers, and maybe that's why it hurts so much, because everywhere I go, there's a version of us still alive. Still alive. I stand in front of my reflection, with swollen eyes and sleepless nights, trying to find the girl I used to be before you shattered all her light. Every scar looks a little deeper, every flaw feels twice as real. Ever since you stopped choosing me, I forgot how self-love feels. You left more than an empty room, you left questions in my mind, and every answer that I find only makes me cry. The mirror hates me too tonight, it shows me every broken part. The girl who wasn't what you wanted, the girl with the shattered heart. The mirror hates me too tonight, or maybe it's just me seeing myself through the eyes of someone who chose to leave. What did she have that I didn't? I traced the outline of my face, looking for the reason why you found it easier to leave me than to stay and try. I compare myself to shadows, to pictures I can't erase, and And every comparison reminds me of the pain I still can't face. I became my own worst enemy after you walked away, repeating all the doubts you left inside me. Every day the mirror hates me tonight. It shows me every broken part, the girl who wasn't what you wanted, the girl with the shattered heart. The mirror hates me tonight. Or maybe it's just me seeing myself through the eyes of someone who chose to leave. But mirrors only show reflections, not the love I gave away, not the nights I stayed beside you, begging your heart to stay. Maybe the problem wasn't me. Maybe I just loved someone who forgot my worth when his feelings came undone. The mirror doesn't hate me now. I'm finally starting to see the girl staring back through the tears still deserves to be loved completely. The mirror doesn't hate me now. It's showing me the truth. You leaving was your decision, not proof that I was hard to choose. Maybe I spent too long looking for my value in your eyes, when it was always here waiting for me to see it myself. Your coffee cup is still beside me, on the shelf where you left it last. Dust is slowly covering memories, but it can't bury the past. Your jacket hangs behind the doorway like you're coming home tonight. And every little thing you touched still keeps your ghost alive. I tried to move the memories, I tried to clear the room, but every corner whispers softly the story of me and you. Your goodbye still lives here, in every empty space, in every silent midnight, and every memory I chase. Your goodbye still lives here, like a shadow on the wall. You may be gone forever, but your absence fills it all. Why does losing you still feel so close? The bed feels larger without you. The nights feel colder than before. Sometimes I wake up reaching blindly for someone who's not there anymore. I hear your name inside my thoughts, like an echo that won't fade. No matter how far I run from it, the hurt remains the same. People say that time heals everything, but time has been unfair, because somehow every day without you still feels like you're here. Your goodbye still lives here, in every empty space, your absence fills it all. I know the house is only wood and stone, the photographs are just paper and ink. But when your love became a memory, everything became harder than I think. The hardest part isn't missing you or learning how to be alone. It's carrying 1,000 reminders inside a place that used to be our home. Your goodbye still lives here. Though months have passed me by, it's written in the quiet moments and hidden in my cries. Your goodbye still lives here, but maybe not forever. One day these walls will stop hurting, and I'll finally remember that I survived the leaving, even when it broke my heart apart. Your jacket still hangs there, the memories still breathe, but little by little the ghost of you is fading. And one day your goodbye won't live here anymore. You used to speak about forever like it was written in the stars. You painted futures in my mind and handed me your heart. I believed every word you told me, every dream we built together, never knowing all those promises would disappear like weather. I held your words like treasures, safe inside my soul. But promises are fragile things when someone lets them go. Every promise turned to dust, falling through my hands. All the forevers that you gave me couldn't stand the end. Every promise turned to dust, scattered by goodbye. Now I'm left with empty echoes and 1,000 reasons why. Did you mean them when you said them? Or was I the only one who believed? I remember all those late night talks about the life we'd someday share, the little house, the growing old, the future waiting there. Now those dreams feel like photographs burning slowly in the rain, beautiful but disappearing beyond what I can say. You taught my heart to trust you, then taught it how to break. Sometimes the deepest wounds are made by promises we make. Every promise turned to dust, falling through my hands. All the forevers that you gave me couldn't stand the end. Every promise turned to dust, scattered by goodbye. Now I'm left with empty echoes thousand reasons why. I don't miss the words themselves, I miss the girl they helped create, the one who believed love was certain and never questioned fate. She listened when you said forever and smiled without a doubt. Now she's learning some promises don't survive when love runs out. Every promise turned to dust, but the memories remain like tiny pieces of a story, still dancing through the pain. Every promise turned to dust, yet one thing still survives. The love I gave was honest, even if your words were lies. I still remember every promise, every dream, every forever. Maybe that's why it hurts, because I kept them, even after you didn't. Every morning starts the same way. I open my eyes and forget. For one tiny second, you're still mine before reality steps in. Then the memories come rushing back like waves I cannot stop, and I have to lose you all over again the moment my heart wakes up. I thought goodbye would happen once, one final painful night, but heartbreak has a cruel habit of repeating itself inside. I keep losing you again every single day. Every time I remember that you chose to walk away, I keep losing you again in every memory I find. The breakup never really ended, it just replays inside my mind. Why does it still hurt? Like it happened yesterday. A song plays from a passing car, and suddenly I'm back with you, hearing your laughter in the distance, feeling things I shouldn't do. I see your name inside old messages, and my chest begins to ache. It's amazing how a memory can make a healed wound break. The world believes I'm moving on because they can't see the fight of losing someone over and over. In the silence of the night, I keep losing you again every single day. Every time I remember that you chose to walk away, I keep losing you again in every memory I find. The breakup never really ended, it just replays inside my mind. Sometimes I miss you unexpectedly, when I'm finally feeling okay. And that's the part nobody talks about, how grief returns without warning. You don't just lose a person once, you lose them in 1,000 ways. through forgotten plans and empty spaces, and all the futures that never came. I keep losing you again, but not as much as before. The memories still hurt deeply, and I'm slowly healing more. I keep losing you again, but one day the pain will end, and you'll become a chapter instead of a wound I live within. This morning I lost you again. Tomorrow I probably will too. But maybe someday I'll wake up, and for the first time I won't have to lose you anymore. The mornings don't feel quite as heavy as they did a month ago. Your name still lingers in my memory, but it doesn't stop my soul. I still find pieces of our story hidden in ordinary days, but now I let the memories pass instead of begging them to stay. The hurt is still inside me, but it no longer owns my heart. For the first time since you left me, I'm learning where to start. I'm learning how to breathe alone without your hand in mine. Learning how to trust the silence and leave the past behind. I'm learning how to breathe alone, though some nights still make me cry. Healing isn't beautiful, but at least I'm still alive. Maybe surviving is its own kind of victory. I stop blaming my reflection for the choices that you made. Stop measuring my worth by someone who couldn't appreciate. The girl you left behind is changing. She's finding strength she never knew, building something from the ashes of everything she lost in you. The scars are still reminders of a love that couldn't stay, but they no longer define me the way they did that day. I'm learning how to breathe alone without your hand in mine. Learning how to trust the silence and leave the past behind. I'm learning how to breathe alone, though some nights still make me cry. Healing isn't beautiful, but at least I'm still alive. I used to think I'd never make it through the emptiness you left, but every day I keep surviving is proof I'm more than my regrets. Maybe love didn't choose me forever. Maybe you weren't meant to stay, but that doesn't mean my story ends with the day you walked away. I'm learning how to breathe alone, and every breath feels more like mine. The pain is slowly losing power, one heartbeat at a time. I'm learning how to breathe alone begins. One breath, one day, one small step at a time. You thought I'd stay broken forever inside the wreckage you made, that I would disappear in silence and never learn to escape. But time has a strange kind of patience. It rebuilds what pain destroys, and slowly I became someone who learned to find her voice. I used to beg for your attention like it was all I could need, but now I see what I was losing was only a version of me. I am the girl you couldn't keep, no matter how you tried. The one who cried in your shadow, then learned how to survive. I am the girl you couldn't keep, not because I wasn't enough, but because you let go of something you didn't understand was love. You lost me before I even lost you. I remember how I used to fall apart every time you walked away. Now I stand a little taller with less of you in my pain. Your memory still visits sometimes, but it doesn't stay for long. It no longer controls the rhythm of the life I'm building strong. You were never my ending, just a chapter I outgrew, and everything I thought I lost led me back to truth. I am the girl you couldn't keep, no matter how you tried. The one who cried in your shadow, then learned how to survive. I am the girl you couldn't keep, and I finally understand. Love isn't something you chase, it's something that understands. If I could speak to who I was when I still believed your lies, I'd tell her she was never small, just loving someone blind. And I'd tell her pain can be a doorway, not just something to endure, because every heartbreak she survived was leading her back to shore. I am the girl you couldn't keep, and I no longer ask why, because losing you was the moment I learned how to fly. I am the girl you couldn't keep, but I kept myself instead, and that's the part of this story you never understood or read. You couldn't keep me, but I didn't need you to. I found myself in the pieces you broke,